Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 67 of Scion of the Dark House, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition Gothic horror podcast. Because this is Gothic horror, there may be some things that come up to a line for some people, such as blood, gore, violence, talk of abuse and trauma, child endangerment, body horror, and other such things. If there is anything that comes up to a line for you, please take a break. Your support means a lot to us, but so does your mental health. So after wrapping up everything in Broken Heart, the group made their way into the city of Mourning, where they met Carlyle, an interesting figure who at first claimed to be a long-lost uncle, and then revealed that he was not related at all, but knew a friend of the family. But that friend of the family was, well, it became incredibly complicated incredibly quickly. Percy, being incredibly suspicious, voiced his concerns, as well as his concerns were heard by various detect magic spells cast by Carlyle in secret. The group, after hopping between a few bars, got a room at the Creaking Gallows after having a meal at the Crypt. They then made their way to the upper city and found out the location of Balthazar Kruetzwald's residence from Vendriana, a very familiar character who gave Percy the house at the beginning of the campaign. They made their way to Garrote Alley, which the house was at. Investigating it and finding nothing amiss, they made their way to the end of Garrote Alley and into the house, where they found it was incredibly bare, possessing only chairs, a rocking chair, and two paintings, one of which hid a safe. Percy had an interesting revelation about his family. Apparently, he's related to a Goliath woman. After messing with the safe for a little bit and casting Dispel Magic on it, the ghost of this particular woman appeared, announcing herself as being Ingrid Elpsdottir, sister of the bear, the wolf, and the raven, and then instantly charged them. So we're just going to start off by rolling initiative. All right. So who got
rolling
what?
for Rerek and Arthur.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do you want to be Rerek or Arthur, Kyle?
Well, who do you want it? Who do you want to cover? I don't care.
I'll do Arthur.
Okay. Oh, Rerek got a fucking 2. Whatever the fuck gets added to that, that ain't gonna be good.
I got a 17.
17 for Alex. Who else?
16 for Percy. And
10 for Carlyle, 16 for Percy.
23 for Arthur.
23
Thank
for
God,
Arthur.
my first again. Thank God.
14 for Lark, and Rerek got a 4.
All right. So first up on the docket is Arthur.
Cool. Arthur's gonna Hunter's Mark the lady as a bonus action, and then he's going to attack. But I believe I get 2 attacks with the bow, right?
Yes.
The ghost,
Cool.
right?
Just gonna add plus 8. Cool. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does not hit. As he fires the bow, the arrow passes straight through her.
Cool. Attack number 2. That's better. Does a 24 hit?
A 24 hits.
Hell yeah. So that's gonna be 10 regular damage, and then 2 fire damage.
Just checking. Okay. All right.
And then
He
Jasmine
unleashes another arrow and it splashes across the armor, singeing a bit of the fur, surprisingly, but you have done damage.
Sweet. Does Jasmine have 20 feet to move to do a pounce attack?
I would say yes.
Cool. She's gonna go do that. So +7 to hit. That's only a 14 to hit though, so I think she's just gonna pounce
14
and
does
miss.
not hit. Yeah, she pounces, the paws pass through this ghostly figure. Anything
That is
else?
all I can do.
All right, so next up is Alex with Percy on deck.
Okay. How close am I to the thing? I'm at the wall with the painting. I'm fucking around with that at the
You
shade.
are.
How far away am I?
I would say you're probably about 20 feet away. She has appeared in the middle of the living room and has charged you. She hasn't gotten very far before you all leapt into combat. So I'd say you're probably about maybe, I'm going to say 15 feet away from her.
Okay, so fuck that. I'm gonna be getting as far away from her as I can. First of all, because I'm like, fuck this bitch. I'm outie. Bye, grandma. Bye. So I don't know what angle she's running to, but like.
So there's the back wall. She's running straight towards the back wall.
Okay, so I'm gonna be like, peace. I'm gonna run over to the other wall, or like around her. So I want to be as far away from her as possible.
All right.
So if she's like running up this, if she's like running this way at me, I want to be like, okay, bye.
Okay, I was about to say, yeah, if you pass through her,
oh no, I'm gonna do one of these things. Boom, boom.
You're gonna loop around her as she charges. Yeah, I'll allow you to do that.
Out.
Yeah, I'll allow you to do that.
Yeah, and I'm also gonna throw up some mage armor.
Fair enough.
I'm like, this bitch is a fucking ghost spectral spirit, and I'm gonna just be safe here. Y'all can handle this. I'm gonna put up some fucking mage armor. So yeah. I don't think that I have any like bonus actions with that. So
all right. So now it is Percy's turn.
Cool. I'm gonna get up in her face, and because I'm the default tank of the party, and I'll do a I guess standard spiritual weapon cast at 4th level.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Cool, and that's gonna be 11 plus 15 damage, force damage, from the spiritual weapon, and then I'm also going to cast Sacred Flame.
All right, so that's a dex save on her part.
It is. Need to beat a 17.
Oh, she got a 10.
Cool.
She's not very dexterous.
Love it. So that's gonna be 13 radiant damage.
All right. Oof. All right. So she is going to, because it is her turn, as you get up and you blast her in the face and hit her with your scythe, she staggers backwards a little. Her axe kind of moves off to the side, and she reaches down and she grabs a horn and blows it. It shakes the walls, and rising up from the ground are 5 other warrior ghosts wearing elk's helms. They are normal human size, but they're also this sort of gray light with the red heart flaming. They rise up from the floor. next to each of you, with, I will say, with the exception of Alex, since you are behind her.
Well, and Lark, because Lark flew up and at the end of the last
Well,
episode.
one appears underneath of him and
Oh.
kind of stares up at him. And let me just read what this does. Oh, okay. So they're instantly going to make an attack against you all. So
Except for
you and Lark, because Lark is up in the air and the warrior can't quite reach him.
come through, cowards.
So
Gang.
let's go with, first is Percy.
Cool.
Does a 25 hit?
Yeah, that'll hit.
And then so that's 8. So you take 8 points of slashing damage.
Ouch.
As its axe buries itself into you. Next up, we're going to do Arthur.
And you've disadvantage from the cloak of displacement.
Right. Which is good because that means that is a 16.
That is a miss.
Arthur leaps to the side as the warrior flings the axe. The warrior underneath Lark is just going to swipe with its axe, but you are too high and it does not reach. Let's go with Rerek while you have the sheet open. Whoops, as I'm flinging my d20 all over the place. This might hit a 16.
A 16 is going to hit him.
So 12 points of damage as the axe slams into him. And last but not least, Carlyle. It's going to make an attack against you. 12. 18.
18 just hits.
All right.
Good to know.
So it's 10 points of slashing damage as the axe buries itself into you. And that is the end of all of the ghosts' turns. So that means we are at Lark with Carlyle on deck and then Rerek and then back up to the top.
Well, didn't you say there was 5 of them that appeared?
Yes, but one of them was attacking Lark and
What was the one that was supposed to be attacking me?
There wasn't one that was supposed to be attacking you.
Oh, right, because I forgot there's 5. And then
there's 6 of you guys and you went behind her.
That makes sense.
So, yeah.
I forgot. Never mind. Forgot how many there was in this party now.
So, Ghost Grandma summoned a bunch of more ghosts. That's annoying. Let me see what this does. I think is it time for Fifi? It's always time for Fifi.
Perhaps.
Is it time for Fifi? Cost. It's a bonus action, so.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Sure. I'm gonna summon my Hound of Ill Omen and spend 3 sorcery points to do that.
Mm-hmm.
As I get my little massive sized shadow fox thing. So that's 3 of my sorcery points burned.
And who are you sticking it on?
Oh, I'm sticking it on Grandma. So yeah. So Fifi, plopping it right down. So yeah, it's trained on her to harass her. And then for my action, I'm gonna cast Mind Whip on her.
Ooh.
which she will make her saving throw with disadvantage because she's within 5 feet of Fifi.
Right.
Hmm.
And there's no condition immunities that would cause it to not work.
Let me double check. Nope, no condition immunities to cause it to not work. So
Okay.
she needs to make an intelligence saving throw with disadvantage.
11.
Oh, that don't make it. She's going to take 3d6 psychic damage, which is only 9 psychic damage. Sad. But on her next turn, she chooses whether she's going to move, take an action, or a bonus action. She can only do one of the 3.
All right.
So yeah. And then Fifi's going to bite. Or do whatever it is. It uses a direwolf stat block. But with Percy right there, I think pack tactics will at least happen.
Yes.
So that's advantage on the attack. What is that? Let me just double check shadow magic real quick. It has extra temp hit points. Plus 5 to hit is going to be 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay. 6 piercing damage from the bite. Or no. 6 plus 3 is 9 piercing damage from the bite. And if she's a creature, she has to succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
If she's a what?
If she's a creature, she has to succeed on a D. I don't know why it says if the target is a creature. Like, what?
Because you can only stick her on a creature.
Oh, yeah.
And what saving throw is it?
Strength. I'm assuming she's going to pass. It's only a DC 13.
Interesting. She rolled a 3 with a strength of 4. So that's only a 7. And she's not immune to being knocked prone.
She's knocked prone as a
Beautiful.
giant shadow fox demon just pulls her to the fucking ground. And Lark's just gonna tee and fly around the room away from the ghost that tried to attack him.
Are you gonna come near me? Are you gonna chill out by me?
No, I'm doing, like, in most fights, Lark just hovers above the battlefield as it is.
Yeah, just 30 feet. He's the drone. Just firing Eldritch blasts down as he just flies around the battlefield. He's just an attack drone. So
Sometimes
if you don't have anything else,
nope.
We'll go to Carlyle.
Okay. You'll see that, like, where that axe cut into his shoulder, when the wound came out, you see like these little tentacles kind of weaving their way out of his skin, like trying to close themselves back together, but it's like blood pouring down. And he says, finally! And he's going to go ahead and cast Greater Invisibility.
Oh, interesting.
Vanish. And then what's the arrangement of everyone? Is it like 3 people grouped over here? You said she was 15 feet away. What's the...
Yeah, so if you imagine the dining room, so Alex was over by the painting. So Ingrid Elksdottir is standing basically in the doorway. There's the giant shadow wolf next to her. There's Percy in front of her, and then beside Percy is one of these ghosts. Lark was floating up in the center of the room, and so there's a ghost underneath of him. I'm not sure where you were. I feel like you might have been up against one of the walls, but there is a ghost next to you.
Okay.
And Rerek was probably near the painting as well, and now there is a ghost next to him.
Okay.
And then, of course, Alex is in the living room.
I just pieced the fuck out.
I feel like I'm missing a ghost, but that's okay. I'm going to go over to this crazy bitch, and I will action surge.
Ooh.
And then no one will see this, but he will just jump up into a haymaker and slam down with his fist.
So since you did move out of this creature's
I'm
range,
invisible.
yes. but it gets disadvantage.
He knows I'm moving. How would he know?
It's the rules. Sound.
Oh.
You make sound.
With
when you're
invisibility,
invisible.
I think invisibility makes you not take opportunity
yeah, you
attacks.
don't take a
Does it
attacks of
not?
opportunity.
Let me check that real quick. Because I'm fairly sure I thought it gave them disadvantage.
They have disadvantage on attacks against you if they know where you are, but they don't just suddenly know where you are when you walk away from
Okay,
them.
let me
Invisible
check that.
position.
All right. Well, I was under the impression that because you made sound while you're invisible, when you moved away, they'd hear your footsteps, make an attack, but they'd get disadvantage because they'd know you moved out of their attack range, their threatened radius, but they wouldn't. All right. Well,
There's a lot of if you Google it, there's a lot of answers about that. Or if you played Celesta, you know, because that is my favorite thing to do is to turn invisible and walk the fuck away from them.
all right. Well, the ghost that was on you doesn't know where you are and just kind of looks around. And yeah, all right, make an attack against Ingrid.
Yeah. Double advantage
She
'cause she's
is-
on the ground.
She's prone, so if it's a melee attack, I think it's at advantage.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm invisible, so it's already.
Yeah.
Well, it
that is
doesn't.
a 19 to hit.
Yeah, 19 hits.
Okay, so she takes 6 bludgeoning damage, which I'm not sure will do anything, but then she takes 8 thunder damage.
Okay, so your weapon is magical, is it?
No, I'm doing.
No.
Remember, I do booming blade with my fist.
Okay. So she takes half damage, so that would be 3 points of damage instead of 6. And then how much thunder damage? Because she's not
8.
resistant to it. 8.
Mhm.
All right, cool.
And then there's that pulse of thunder energy inside of her if she moves. And then, since I'm sure I didn't use all my movement, I will just walk around to a different side of her so that she doesn't know where that punch came from.
Right. All right. So now we are, unless you have anything else you need to do, we're back up to the top with Arthur.
I think that's it.
All right, we're back up to the top with Arthur.
Cool. Do I have disadvantage on her because she's prone with my bow?
Yeah.
Cool. What about with my soul knife? Can I is
Oh,
that
the soul
disadvantage?
knife? If any ranged attack is at disadvantage
Okay.
against prone targets.
Um,
There are plenty of not prone targets.
yeah, I forgot about the ghost thingies. I guess I'll shoot some ghosts, some smaller ghosts.
Yeah.
Whatever one is next to Arthur, I'll shoot that.
Yep, okay, make an attack roll.
Is a 16 gonna hit?
Oh, it just hits.
Cool. All right, that's a pretty shitty damage roll. It's only 5 piercing damage and then 6 burning damage. And then second attack, that's definitely a hit. That's 21.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's gonna be, that's better. That's 12 piercing damage and only 1 burning damage. And then Jasmine's gonna, I guess, claw at the downed lady.
Yep. And I believe melee attacks have advantage
think so.
against prone targets. So she gets advantage on clawing the shit out of Ingrid.
That's gonna be an 18 to hit.
Yep, 18 hits.
Cool. That's gonna be oh geez, what does Jasmine add to her damage? A 7, okay. That's 12 piercing damage.
All right. And if there's nothing else, I believe we move to Alex.
Yep.
I'm like high key tempted to turn myself invisible as well. Because like after I'm just like, dang, that's smart. But I think so. If I'm in the living room, I'm near the door though.
Yeah.
I can still shoot through the door, correct?
Yes.
Okay, lit. In that case, I'm I'm in the range of 120 feet away from her.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, Liddy. So thank you, Roderick. I'm stealing your thunder here, literally. I'm gonna pull out magic missile and I'm gonna do it at 5 aimed at her.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right. So how many beams is that you're hurling at her?
So so it's when you cast a spell using a spell slot or second or higher, so it creates one more dark for each level above the first. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Added to the 3 that we have.
So 7. All right. So roll me 7d4 plus 7. She might not survive this.
Yay! Okay. Okay, so I love this app because I can actually go up to 6 dice at a time, which is nice. So we got a 4, 2, 3. That's a 1, 2, 1, and then a 4. Okay. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Do I have any additional things? No. Shit, so wait, what? That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that's 17 hits of damage. Yes.
Oh, she's still up.
Shit. What's empowered? I gave myself empowered evocation. I have no clue what that is. What does that do? Pause, please.
Wait, what?
I have one of my feats for leveling up is empowered evocation.
What book is that from?
I haven't heard that. Is it a wizard?
Yeah.
I thought that was a feature for evocation
is.
wizards.
Yeah.
And you're not a
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's
You're an
if your
illusion
subclass was
wizard,
different,
so
that would
you
work.
don't
but
benefit from that.
Fucking rip. Okay.
You're an illusionist, so
Whatever the illusion
Okay.
version of it is.
Whatever. So we're just gonna pretend that doesn't exist there. Cool. Lit. Because that's useless. Fun. This is why I usually go to y'all when I'm leveling up, but this time I didn't. Cool. So I guess that's it then. I mean, I guess like after I like shoot that motherfucker, I was just like sort of like there's the doorway. I sort of like I'm doing like one of these things is moving. I'm like, boom, bitch. It goes back onto cover, like around the corner again. I sort of like do like a run by, being like, actually, I have to do like one of these things where I'm just like,
Did you
boom,
put down
bitch.
your actual illusionary self instead? Like, do you actually have your level 10 feature, which is the illusionary self for illusion wizard?
Yes, you would
do have
because
that.
you
Okay.
took another level in illusion wizard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have the empowered
illusory self.
evocation. You have illusionary self. So if you get struck, you can like move the attack to somebody else. You miss.
Oh, wow. Why would I do that? But good to know.
It's like an auto miss once per short rest.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Illusionist wizards are not as shitty as people think they are.
Liddy. Okay, so cool. I'm gonna keep that in mind for next time, but I guess like not gonna get hit at. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. So let me just knock on my dick. Next.
All right. So next up is Percy.
Cool. Let me see. So I want to cast. Wait. So the lady isn't dead yet.
Nope, but she's on the ground.
Cool. I'm just gonna first use my spiritual weapon on her.
Fair enough.
Do I get advantage on that because she's prone?
Yes, because it's
Cool.
technically a melee spell attack.
Yes. That is gonna be a 17 to hit.
17 does not hit.
No.
As the scythe comes down, it bounces off of her armor, sending a spark through the air.
All right. Well, I'll still just cast Spirit Guardians then.
Fair enough.
That's
Yeah.
also my
so that's up.
Scholastic too.
All right.
Those
Yep.
spectral hands starting to reach up out of the ground.
Yep, so I think that would catch the one that's next to you, the one that's next to Rerek.
Yeah, it's a 15-foot radius.
Yeah, it would probably catch the one that was under Lark because it hasn't moved yet. But I don't think it would catch the one that was near Carlyle, and I don't think it would catch. I keep losing track of them. Theater of the mind.
Oh, Percy, no.
Well, you
What?
catch 3 of them.
Cool.
So, yeah, I'll say you catch
That's
3
my
of them.
turn.
All right. So next up is Ingrid.
She needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yep. Oh, she is not very wise, so she got a 10.
Sweet, that's fail.
Yep.
That is 11 radiant damage.
All right. Yeah, she's starting to look pretty rough. You can actually see the heart in her chest is beginning to beat slower and the flames have died down a little bit. You also see she has become less opaque and more transparent as you've been wailing on her. However, she is going to take her action. And she's going to look up at you, and from the floor, she's going to swing her axe. And she's going to swing it twice because she's taking her action, but she can't get up because she can't use her movement speed because of the mind whip. Because she used her feature Call to Honor, she has advantage on the weapon attacks, but because she's prone and making a melee attack, she has disadvantage. So it's just a straight roll. So she's going to make 2 straight rolls against you with her axe.
Cool.
1
Doesn't she get thunder damage or something?
definitely misses. That's only if she moves, which she can't move because she made an action.
Gotcha.
So one of them definitely misses. She swipes at you with her axe, but misjudges the distance. And I don't need to roll that again because that was a natural 1. So she swipes at you twice and you just lean back as she from the ground, but still can't seem to get up. Now all of the sword wraiths attack.
Then
3 of
some
them are
have
going
to
to make saving throws.
Yes.
So we'll do the one next to you first, Percy. It rolled a 3. So it's going to take some damage.
Do I need to roll separately for each of them?
You know what? Let's just say let's roll them all at once. That one failed.
Cool.
And they all failed. So just roll them all at once.
Cool. They take 18 radiant damage.
All right. So, yep. So now all but one of them are damaged. And they're all going to so one that was on Carlyle is going to move over to Arthur, and the 2 that are on Arthur are going to simultaneously attack Arthur. Ooh, they're rolling like shit. So that one was
They have disadvantage from his cloak of displacement.
yes. Ooh, no. Okay. Oh, yep, they both failed.
Cool.
One rolled a natural 20 and then disadvantaged out of it. So yeah, they sweep and he just dodges both of them. The one next to you, Percy, is going to make an attack against you. Does a 15 hit?
Nope.
It sweeps its axe towards you and it just bounces off of your armor. The one under Lark is going to actually move up to you as well, Percy, and it's going to make an attack, and it rolled a 3. And then the one next to Rerek is going to attack Rerek. 13, 14, 15, 19.
Oh, that'll hit Rerek, who we forgot to do anything for last round. No,
Oh shit!
It's fine.
He probably would have
Well-
just tried to cast Fireball. We had to talk him out of it. That's probably what would have happened anyways.
Let's rule that.
Can I use my reaction when I see him about to get hit, though?
Sure.
I'm gonna cast Silvery Barbs, and in Sylvan, Lark's just, you're really pathetic.
It still hits. I rolled a natural 20, so it still hits.
Gross.
So that is
Oh, wait,
6
did I
points.
Silvery Barbs you into a nat 20?
yes.
Oh, but I think
Well,
it
it takes the lower roll.
Yeah.
It takes the lower roll. So if it rolled lower, it would have gone lower. But since it was higher, it sticks with the same roll.
I'm gonna give myself advantage though, because I did burn the spell slot.
Cool. All right. So that is 6 points of damage as the axe straight into Rerek. And that is the end of all of their turns. So we are now at Lark, followed by Carlyle, followed by Rerek.
I just need to double check something on condition wise. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't count as cover. So I'm going to. Oh, I could get a little chaotic. That could be fun. So I'm gonna, with my action, I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast. And
Of course.
I'm gonna have advantage on the first one against Ghost Grandma, but because she's prone, it's disadvantage, so it's a flat roll.
Yep.
Oh, 15's not gonna hit her.
Nope. The beam passes through her, splintering the floor.
Second beam at disadvantage is a 19.
Ooh, 19 hits.
Okay. Damage on that one. Ooh, that's a 10. So 15 force damage to her.
Ooh, yeah, you blast her and you watch as the flames around her heart go out. And it's just a faintly, slowly beating, glowing red heart with nothing around it. You also see that while her hands have stayed solid, part of her torso and part of her arms have faded to almost complete invisibility.
Oh. Is she like? Is she still here or is she gone?
She is fading from reality, but she is still here.
Okay, so I'm wondering if I can attack her again, or if I should start attacking these wraiths. How many wraiths are around Percy?
2.
Oh yeah, I guess if she was gone, Fifi would disappear. So Fifi's still on her, right?
Fifi is still on her. Nothing has happened to Fifi.
Oh, cool. Okay, so I know she's still up, but I'm gonna quicken another Eldritch Blast, and I'm gonna use my Feywild Shard while I do it to roll on the Wild Magic Surge table.
Ooh,
Because I haven't done that in
this
like
yet.
I haven't done this in like
Jeez,
20
you've
or
had that
30
for
episodes.
like forever.
Yeah, you
It
got
was
that. I
my
think you got that
one,
on
like,
the first
gift
time
from the
you met the
Cuddly Rat.
guy that gave it to you.
Yeah. So how do I do a Wild Magic Surge from the Feywild?
D100.
What I
This is
use?
going to
Can
be
I use
interesting.
percentiles?
Yes, percentile.
Hell yeah! Let me get my
That's
gay
what a
ones.
D100 is.
My rainbow, my ligabete for luck. Okay. All right, y'all.
Oh dear. This is going to be interesting.
My surge is a 64.
64.
64.
You cast Fog Cloud centered on yourself.
Cool. I don't know what that does.
You can't see anything. Nobody can see anything.
Yeah. Just
Good.
you watch as Lark is hurling out these eldritch blasts. You watch as the Feywild shard on his wand glows, and then this greenish smoke billows outward. It has this lovely sort of greenish tinge to it. Gold sparkles throughout it. Streaks of darkness like night itself, but a thick pea soup fog spreads out in a 20-foot radius around him, and it is impossible to see anything.
Okay, and that's on the people on the ground too?
Yes, it's a 20-foot radius, and it goes in all directions.
Yeah.
As I fling my notes off of my bed.
Okay, so how can I still, because I'm quickening and it's triggering the Feywild shard when I quicken.
I'm going to say that it completely triggers at the end of your turn, so you can fling out your Eldritch Blast, and then the cloud.
Hell yeah. So I'm just going to shoot I'll shoot both. How many wraiths are around Percy?
2.
I'll shoot one at each wraith. One's a nat 20
Ooh.
and one is going to be a 17.
All right, so both hit.
The 17 is going to be 8 force damage. The nat 20 is going to be 7 plus 5 plus 10 for brutal crit is what? 7 plus 5? 22. 22 force damage on the one I crit on.
Ooh. You watch as the cloud passes in front of you. You see that particular wraith, its heart is no longer on fire, and the heart is dulling as you see a similar effect of it beginning to fade before this pea soup just...
Oh, and Fifi is going to attack Grandma.
Right.
Fifi's going to attack Grandma, and I feel like... Well, I don't think like the invisibility or that would be a problem for it, because the Houndeville Omen always knows where its foe is. Like, you can't vanish.
I'm going to be honest, that was just a flavorful way of saying that they were dying, because ghosts don't bleed, so they just fade from reality.
Okay.
Yeah. I probably should
Fifi
explain that better.
So she doesn't need to attack Grandma?
She can. Grandma still has hit points.
Okay.
Grandma is not dead.
Oh, I want Fifi to try biting Grandma's head.
Okay.
Like a chew toy.
All right, roll your attack.
How is a 19 plus 5, 24 to hit?
Ooh, yeah, that hits.
And that's going to be 11 piercing damage.
Your Fifi's mouth closes around Ingrid's head, and you hear a howl as both of them fade from existence. Lark, you don't see this. No one in the room sees this, in the fog sees this, but Percy, you see this. You see Fifi, her mouth close around Ingrid's head as Ingrid howls and her hand goes up to try and grab Fifi, and both of them just fade from existence. So that is the end of Lark's turn, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Oh, and Carlyle, you would have seen that as well. And Alex.
With the pea soup fog?
You are not in the pea soup fog.
Oh, okay. I'm outside of it.
Yes, but you're like on the edge of it.
Okay. How many of these guys can I see? Everyone? No one?
You can see the two ghosts that are on Percy, but then nothing else.
Okay. But I know where they were before the fog closed in.
Yes.
Okay. And since I'm invisible, I will move. Basically, I'm just trying to get with all the enemies within 10 feet of me. So as close to that as I can.
You won't be able to get the 2 on Arthur, but you'll be able to get the 1 on Rerek and the 2 on Percy.
How far away are the other 2?
They would be about maybe an extra 5 feet away. So if you're trying to get them all within 10 feet, those 2 are 15 feet away if you manage to get all of them within 10 feet. All the those other ones within 10 feet. If you got the ones on Arthur within 10 feet of the one on Rerek, you'd be giving up the 2 that are on Percy.
looks like he could take a hit. Okay, I'll just play it safe and do the 3 that I like am closest to that I actually know I will get them since I can't really see the others.
Okay, so the 2 on Percy and the 1 on Rerek.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And so here's a question. If I'm invisible, do
Uh-huh.
they see the effects of my spell, or is that invisible as well? Because I can't really give away my location, can it?
Yeah, no. I would say the effects of your spell are not invisible, but they would probably not be able to gauge where it came from.
Okay, no worries. I was just wondering. So I'm gonna need strength saving throws from all of them. And if Percy happens to be accidentally within that 10 feet as well.
Am I?
I would say no. If you're trying to get them, I would say there is a position where you could angle yourself and you wouldn't get Rerek either.
Okay, cool.
So the first one is a 16.
Fail.
22.
Yes.
And 23.
Okay. So the first one takes 7 points of necrotic damage and it can't take reactions. The other 2 take 3. As these like dark tendrils, kind of like the ones that were coming out of these bloody tendrils that were coming out of my shoulder. They just lash out.
Arms of Hadar, I'm assuming.
Yep.
All right, so 7 for one, the one that failed, and 3 for the one that did, the ones that succeeded. Yep. All right.
And then no reactions from that one as well.
All right. And then that one. All right. So now we're at Rerek. And of course, okay. Rerek can, I would say, heavily obscured. He probably is aware that the ghost is next to him, but probably has disadvantage. Everything else is probably a no-go.
Okay.
Well, we know what he's gonna do, Kyle.
Fireball. No.
No, magic missile.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have him magic missile, the one that hit him at like the highest level he has, because it's literally a Rerek thing to do.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
He's a 10th level wizard. What is that?
5th level, I believe, is the highest he has. Level.
Oh, he didn't put his 5th level slots on here yet. Fantastic. Or his 5th level
He
spells.
should have 2 slots, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. He also should have picked 2 more 5th level spells. So it's 3 at first level, and then 1 more for each level above, right?
Mm-hmm. So it would be 7, I think.
So 4, 5, 6, 7. 5th level magic missile on the one that hit him.
Yeah. It'll be the same thing as like mine that I, so it's 7.
2, 5, 6, 8, 9. There's a lot of ones here.
Ooh, no.
11 plus 7 is 18.
Ooh, that is not enough.
And he's gonna run into the room with Alex.
17. Well, he definitely severely damaged this thing, but it's still up.
Yeah, run away.
So that would mean that this creature gets an attack of opportunity, but the heavily obscured would give it disadvantage. Does a 10 hit Rerek?
Actually not. Doesn't hit, surprisingly.
All right. So as Rerek runs out of the pea soup fog, this ghost swings its axe and hits only air. So we're back up to the top with Arthur. There are 2 on Arthur.
Cool. The Arthur's first attack definitely misses. And we have disadvantage on everything right now, right?
Yeah, because it's heavily obscured.
Cool. So that would have missed anyways.
Sorry, guys.
And is a 16 good enough to hit one of the ones next to him?
Just.
Okay. That's gonna be max damage on that's 13 13 damage for piercing and another max damage, 6 fire damage. And then Jasmine's gonna have a go. She'll just go after the same guy, I guess. The first roll's a nat 20. Come on, give me another nat 20. No, that's gonna be a 15.
15 does not hit. Jasmine's
No.
paw passes through the ghost.
I'm
That is
sorry,
all.
my one magic item is so
Never
dumb.
use it again.
Hey, at least you didn't turn yourself into a potted plant.
Yeah, I've had a
That
player
was
do that in the
possible.
middle of combat.
Sheep.
I figured if I did go potted plant, I would fall out of the air and then take falling damage and,
And
turn
shatter.
back into myself.
And get knocked back into Lark form. Yeah, that would have happened.
Would you have fallen on what? Would you have fallen onto the thing below you, or did that thing die?
No, he moved out from above it.
Huh?
So-
Damn,
That would
that'd
have been
been
funny
hilarious.
though.
That would have been hilarious, like unintentionally injuring the opponent while
With a
turning
potted
into
plant.
by a potted plant.
Yeah,
I wonder
but
how much-
no, sadly it is not to be.
I wonder how much damage that would take.
Probably like 1 point of damage.
Have you been hit by a flower pot? That shit hurts. I mean, I
Yeah,
haven't.
1 point of damage hurts. You can be in a
Now
lot
I've
of
got to
pain
make
and
a
only take 1
character
point
whose
of
entire
damage.
fighting style is throwing potted plants at people.
My next character. A druid.
All right, so after that is Percy. There's only the 2 ghosts behind you.
Cool.
Oh wait, no, it's
Um,
Alex. Sorry, Alex is
Cool.
up next. So you see Percy with 2 of these ghosts behind him. One which looks like it's on its last legs, and another which seems to be holding on, but you know.
If I tried blasting them, would it hit Percy?
Depends.
Because I don't want to have to run into this fog.
Okay.
But like, also, I don't want to hit Percy.
What are you blasting him with?
Really good question. Let me check my spell list. I sort of really want to go all tentacle porn on them. Do Eldritch, my nice little Edward black tentacles. Definitely do some tentacle porn action right there. Surely it wouldn't kill Percy, right? If it accidentally hits him. But also, I don't.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, no, I'm probably not gonna do that. So I think that it just holds them.
It crushes them too, but yeah,
Yeah.
it has to grab them and then
Yeah.
and then it'll
I think I'm
crush
just gonna
them.
do. You know, I'm gonna just. So, what is everyone around them? Is it just Percy, or the other one? Are there other?
It's just
there other-
Percy. You do not see anyone else, and then behind them it's just fog. It's just
Okay.
green fog with gold sparkles and streaks of night in it.
Because, like, hypothetically, I could just like chuck a fireball, but I
You
know that
could.
would hit Percy.
You can hurl it to a spot where you know that it wouldn't hit Percy because you know how big the explosion is. However, you might hit Rerek, you might hit Lark, you might hit Arthur, you might hit Carlyle. You don't know where Carlyle
You know what?
is. You can't see him.
Percy's a fucking tank. The rest of them don't have enough. Percy's a fucking tank. I don't give a shit. Sorry, Percy.
So do I have to make a save or something?
Yes. You would have to
Like,
make, what is it, a
dexterity
dex save?
saving
Yep.
throw.
Wait, what are you doing?
I really want to throw a fireball.
Ooh.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I catch what spell he's casting?
Sure.
Like,
Save me, Carlyle.
That's a 12.
I would say you probably know enough about magic to see the beginnings of a fireball casting.
Okay, I see that him start to build up that energy, and I think to myself, not this fucker, and I'll go ahead and counterspell it.
Ooh.
really, bitch?
You watch as you feel the flames building up in your hands before
Percy has enough fucking HP.
I'm right next to him, and I'm invisible.
Oh.
Alex doesn't know that though.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Damn it. Sorry. And I like Chris call out being like, sorry, Uncle Daddy.
You hear back, we cannot have this kind of behavior. A woman's voice, deep, high strung.
Oh.
You don't see anything, but that's what you hear.
The fuck?
Dun dun dun.
What in the drag? Okay, lit. So in that case, I'm just gonna be like, just flip them off and just go back behind the thing and be like, fuck you. I try my best. Bye.
All right, so now it is Percy.
Cool. We're gonna do spiritual weapon attack
All right, against one of them.
against one of them, and I have disadvantage, correct?
No, because neither you nor them are in the pea soup fog.
Oh, cool. So in that case, it's going to be an 18 to hit,
That hits.
and that's gonna be.
Bless you.
Thank you. I muted myself for that. And geez, math. 15 force damage from my spiritual weapon scythe.
The scythe just cleaves this thing in half, and you watch as its body fades. Its
Cool.
heart hangs in the air for a second before vanishing. You have killed this thing.
Hell yeah. So
You
one more on
still
me?
have another one. Yes, you have another one on you, and you
Cool,
know there
cool.
are 3 others in the pea soup fog somewhere.
Gotcha. Well, I'm just gonna sacred flame the guy next to me.
All right. Dexterity save. 14.
It's a failure. He's gonna take 11 radiant damage.
All right. You blast this thing with radiant energy, and you watch as it falls into the same state that the other one did. Parts of its arm and part of its torso has faded, and the flames are no longer around its heart. It is still up, but it is hanging on for dear life. So next up is the ghosts. So the one next to you, Percy, is going to make a swing at you with its axe. Actually, it's going to use its martial fury first, which is a bonus
What does
action.
that mean?
It gets advantage on its attack roll, and it makes
no.
an extra attack.
Oh no. I wish you wouldn't.
Natural 20,
No, it's not.
but it's just a regular 20.
And yeah. So what's
so
the other one? Roll. I'm just gonna shield. I'm just gonna make it not hit.
Oh, we lost.
Uh-oh, we lost Carlyle. Give me a second.
La, 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 la.
All right, so the first one will definitely hit, right? What does shield give you?
It gives me a +5.
+5. So what does that make your AC?
It makes it a 22. Oh wait. No, I'm gonna hold my shield actually then, because he probably
Okay.
has a high enough modifier. Just not care
20.
about that.
Yeah, has a +6.
So yeah, I'll take the hit.
All
But at least it's
right.
not a crit.
How many times can you do that?
Do
So
what?
you take 9 points slashing damage.
Your grave domain, no crit here.
I can do that 4 times per
Yeah.
long rest. How
So
many
does a
points of slashing
15
damage?
9. Does a 15
Okay.
hit you?
Nope.
All right. Well, it swings at you once, slicing through you with its axe, and then it swings again, and the axe bounces off of your armor. So the one against Rerek is going to just move somewhere in the fog. You don't know where. And the 2 that are on Arthur are going to do the exact same thing. They're going to martial fury, which gives them advantage on their attack rolls, which makes them regular rolls. And they're going to get an extra attack. So I'm going to just roll both attacks from 1. 3 misses. 15, 16. Does a 21 hit Arthur?
Yes.
All right. So that's 7 points of damage as the first one hits him with the axe and swipes and misses. So the second one is an unnatural 20.
For Arthur again?
Yep. And then
Yeah,
a
that'll hit.
22.
Those all hit.
All right. So he's going to be taking 19 points of slashing damage as the second one swings with its axe, clipping both of them. And that is... Oh, wait. Then there's one next to Rerek. Oh, that one moved somewhere in the fog. One against you attacked. Moved somewhere in the fog. One against you attacked. And then the 2... All right, that's all of them. So we move to Lark. You are in this pea soup fog and you have no idea where anything is.
Ugh, I hate it. So I can get rid of the fog, I think, by concentrating on a different spell. So we're gonna do
Pretty
another
sure wild
thing.
magic spells don't require concentration.
Right. It's
what?
stuck unless you dispel it with another thing.
Is it? Oh,
You're not concentrating on fog cloud. It's just happening.
really? That's annoying.
Yep.
Can I fly out of it, or is it on me?
You can fly out of it.
Okay. Because it's a 20-foot radius. I'm just gonna fly along the ceiling until I get out of it.
Yeah. As you fly, you do suddenly see this wall come out of nowhere, and you duck and fly under the edge of the doorway out into the living room, where you see Alex standing in the living room, Percy standing next to a ghost, and nothing else.
I can't see further into the fog where Arthur's getting attacked then.
Nope.
Oh,
It is all
Arthur's
heavily obscured.
Arthur gonna die because I can't get rid of my own fog. I guess I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast the one that's fighting Percy. Oh, gross. That's a nat 1?
Oh no.
And then a 28?
28 hits. So the first one, it just goes wide.
9 plus 5 is 14 force damage.
Yeah, you blast this thing and it just vanishes as the beam goes directly through it. There are now
Hear
no
me out.
more outside.
So Arthur's lost in the sauce further in.
Yes. Oh, and Rerek is outside the fog because you moved him outside. So
What
only
if I
Arthur is in the
just-
fog, and there's 3 of them in there.
What if I just threw an AoE in there and hoped it lands?
You can do that.
Oh god, it's gonna be bad though.
Trying to do what I tried doing.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel bad because my only AoE is not something I want to throw that's gonna hit other people. Well, as a person, as a player, I don't want to hit everybody else. But what would Lark do?
Lark would probably say, "Fuck it, I'm doing it."
I mean, let's be honest. That's what he was probably going to do.
Yeah. Oh God. Let me look this up. Can I just blast into the fog and hope I hit, or no?
No. You kind of have to really know where these things are.
Okay. All right, Dad.
Oh my God! Fog cloud lasts an hour.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna be dealing with this for an hour.
We just
Jesus
we
Oh
have,
my
to, we have to
God.
is
open
the
a safe in
yeah, I
here.
know the safe is in there.
I
Percy,
was
just
like,
leave
oh,
for
it'll
an
only last
hour.
10 minutes. It'll be
Once we
fine.
get
No,
lunch.
it's an hour.
I hope you kept another dispel magic back. I think, and it's real dumb because unless we get the ghosts out of there, they might just murder Arthur. I'm just gonna do what everybody else did and try to throw an AoE in. It'll be big enough to cover the entire fog though, so it'll hit them. Yeah, because it's a what?
Well, if I had Roderick and Arthur.
It's a 30-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. The light spreads around corners and it lasts until the spell ends.
Oh, you're doing sickening radiance. He could end up with a level of exhaustion.
That's my only AoE.
Oof. Oh
Oh.
dear.
Oh God. It's the splash damage hitting each other night apparently.
Apparently.
Oh God.
All right. So what you doing?
I'm gonna quicken a sickening radiance into the room.
All right. So
So that's 2 more sorcery points.
all right. So what saving throw are they making?
It's not going to trigger until they start their turn in it, I think.
Oh.
But so it's supposed to normally be a dim greenish light, but like flavor-wise, it looks like the garden, like all that gross, sickly twilight from the Garden of Regret, just fills, and probably the smell of the flowers too.
Right.
So when a creature moves into the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, they must succeed on a con saving throw or take 4d10 radiant damage and suffer 1 level of exhaustion and emit a dim greenish light in a 5-foot radius. It makes it impossible for the creature to benefit from being invisible. The light and any levels of exhaustion caused by this spell go away when the spell ends. I'm just hoping that radiant damage will kill them so then I can drop it and apologize. Well, actually, no, Lark wouldn't apologize. He just wants these things dead.
All right. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
So is that the end of Lark's turn?
Yeah, now it's a fog cloud lit by disco lights.
Disco fog. So now we're at Carlyle and then Rerek, and then we'll go back up to the top with Arthur.
What does this house, the rest of this house look like? We're in the dining room.
Well, you've moved into the living room to
Okay, we're in the living
wail
room.
on Ingrid. So behind you, I would say, is a staircase that goes up to the 2nd floor. And you're just in a very large living room.
I'll go upstairs. I'm not gonna deal with any of this. So I'll go and just explore while I'm invisible.
All right. So you head up the stairs and start looking in the rooms. Yeah, it seems that there are 2 bedrooms and there is an upstairs bathroom and probably a smoking lounge. And you probably are able to look in and peek into each of the rooms before your turn ends.
Okay, can he, as a free action, just take a piss while he's upstairs?
Yeah. Yeah, you just shut yourself in the bathroom and start pissing.
Perfect.
So next up will be Rerek, who I believe is outside of the fog in the living room.
Yeah. I don't think he can. Everything he does needs vision. Wait, he's divination. He probably has spells that let him see through heavily obscured things. The fuck can a divination wizard do? Can arcane eye see through fog cloud?
Yes,
Question
again,
mark?
it's true sight, I believe.
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't think it does. I think you have to have True Sight activated on.
Oh, maybe. I could be wrong. I thought it did.
Because True
No, it
Sight
only
is
has-
like a 5th level spell, so I think
Yeah.
it just has regular sight.
Yeah, Arcane Eye has normal and dark vision.
A dark vision? Okay. What am I thinking
Yeah.
of then? I'm thinking of something.
I think you're thinking of the True Sight spell.
I mean,
possible.
Arcane Eye's nice because it's an invisible eye by itself, so nobody knows you're spying on them.
Right. But
Yeah,
it's still heavily obscured. You can't look through shit.
Yeah. I don't think Rerek has anything he can do other than wildly throw a fireball into the room.
Which you could do.
There's already a sickening radiance on the ground.
This house is
Um,
just gonna be destroyed.
Yeah.
I don't think the radiant damage is going to damage the house. It's just going to,
The fire damage will.
yeah.
You might blow a hole in the roof.
That's skylight.
We're gonna have
Impromptu
him.
skylight.
We're gonna have him cast. What the fuck is that spell? This is what happens when I look at somebody.
What
What?
spell is it? I might know what it does.
Private Sanctum.
Oh, that just. Why would you cast that? It doesn't. It just makes it impossible for divination spells to see into the area. It
Okay.
prevents light and sound from coming out of the area, and I believe it takes an hour to cast.
I've never taken it on a character before, so I had no idea what it does.
Could he like just move or like try like going towards somebody's voice and like getting the fuck out of this cloud?
Oh wait. What if we? I mean, he's not in the cloud. I don't think Rerek's in the cloud or the Radiance.
The
himself,
only one that's in the cloud is Arthur.
Okay, gotcha.
but I think I don't. If the AOE on Sickening Radiance is bigger than the AOE on the cloud, does that mean it hit everybody who was around the cloud?
If they're close enough.
Because it's a 30-foot radius on that, and the fog cloud's only 20.
It depends on where you put it. If you put it closer to the back of the room.
I just threw it so that it would hit where I thought Arthur was at with those two guys on top of him.
So I would say you probably put it far enough away from the door that it's not going to catch anyone directly outside the door.
Okay. I don't
We'll
know.
be generous.
Rerek's gonna ready a firebolt in case any of them step out of the fog cloud, because I don't know what to do with him right now. Half of his spells need vision. And he doesn't
Right.
have a 5th level spell to cast True Sight. Because he forgot to take them.
All right. So we are back up to the top with Arthur. What does Arthur
Cool.
do?
Can he
Right.
see any targets?
Yeah, he
Can
can see
Arthur
the
make
two.
a con saving throw for me?
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Cool. Oh, he's definitely failing. I don't even look at his modifier. He rolled a 3. So what's Arthur up to?
Because I'm gonna do it for the two that are fighting him, but he also is unfortunately in it. 4d10 damage.
Jeez.
I know. You have a resurrection spell, right?
I have a handful of resurrection spells at this point. I'm a grave cleric.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I rolled a 1, a 2, a 4, and a 5, so it's not that bad. It's only 12 radiant damage, and he suffers 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh,
Which I
that's not
believe
good.
at this point is
It's
just,
just disadvantage on everything.
No, that's
it
not until he
disadvantage
gets
on
the
everything?
second level of exhaustion.
Oh,
I think it's only disadvantage on ability checks.
not attack rolls.
That would be the second level. And then I
Okay.
think the third level, it starts dividing your movement speed.
Yeah, so this is
Cool.
disadvantage on ability checks. Level 2 is speed halved. Level 3 is disadvantage on attack and saving throws. 4 is your hit point max gets halved. 5, your speed is reduced to 0. And if you somehow reach the 6th level of exhaustion, you just die. So don't sit there for 6 rounds.
Cool. He's gonna move.
Yeah.
And is he gonna get opportunity attacks or anything?
There would be 2 attacks of opportunity. but
Bonus
because
action
they're-
disengage.
Right, he can do that because he has rogue. He has rogue shit.
So he's just gonna back away from all of them,
Mhm.
and he's gonna shoot with his little bow.
All right.
And regular rolls this time, or is there still fog cloud shenanigans?
There is still fog cloud shenanigans, so it would be at
Cool.
disadvantage.
Well, I rolled 17 twice, so that is a 25 to hit.
That hits.
So that's gonna be 6 piercing damage and 4 burning damage onto the first target, whoever's looking more hurt.
Yeah, he fires the arrow and it sails through the air, and one of them just vanishes.
Cool. And then on the second guy, well, I rolled a 4, so that's gonna miss. So
Yeah.
Jasmine's up, and she has disadvantage also, but she rolled pretty good, so that's gonna be a 22 to hit,
Yep, that hits.
and that's gonna be
Colton.
12
Jasmine needs to
damage.
make the saving throw too.
Oh no, Jasmine has to do.
The
Well,
con
she rolled well.
save.
She rolled really well. She rolled a 18 without any modifiers
Oh,
yet.
he's fine. If you pass the saving throw, you don't take any damage.
Cool.
Ooh.
I thought I was gonna kill the party's cat for a minute there.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh, Yofi would be so mad if he found out
Yeah.
you killed his cat off.
I'd bring her back.
Right. True.
So yeah, that's gonna be a 22 to hit for
Yep,
Jasmine,
that
and that's
hits.
gonna be 12 damage.
Ooh. Yeah, this one is looking pretty hurt. All right. So after Arthur, it's Alex.
Okay.
There are still presumably 3 of them in the fog somewhere. You don't know where.
Gotcha. Sound can leave like from the fog, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Can I like yell out to Arthur, be like, "Hey, buddy, yell where your position is"?
Yeah. And since it's basically a free action, he just yells, "Here!" And
Is there, and like, can I also ask if there's monsters around him? If there's like shit around him? Just
I think I got one.
Okay, lit. So that means you have others around you? Lit. Cool. Brace yourself, buddy. Yeah, I'm gonna chuck in a magic missile.
I believe you need to see the target in order to do that, which you cannot. Regrettably.
Line of sight is a bitch.
Yep. Unless there's a clause of like, if you're aware of the location of the target or something like that, which some spells have.
I doubt the magic missile has it.
No,
You know, I can only see if I can see it in range.
Yeah.
So no for that.
You could do Rerek land and just ready in action if one of them steps
So
out.
I was gonna say, everyone just ready your crossbows for the hour.
For the hour. Yeah.
Oh, cool. I could do Cloud of Daggers. Because it says like in the range. You choose within range.
Okay.
Put it at the edge of the fog bank and just start trying to move it in.
Yeah,
I don't think Cloud of Daggers can move.
Wait,
Cloud of Daggers can't move. You set it down and it just shoots knives everywhere until it runs out, or you dispel it. It can't move.
Well, it says you fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube 5 feet on each side, centered on a point you choose within range, and the range is 60 feet.
Yeah.
Presumably, I could be like, okay, I hear his voice, and I'm like, okay, lit. I'm gonna just put it near him and hope he doesn't get hit.
Yeah, but then once you put it there, you can't move it.
Yeah, some spells let you move them after they cast them, but they all say that you can move them after they cast them.
Cloud of Daggers is one of those spells that you can't.
Why people don't really use it very often.
I don't even know why I have it.
It's very thematic though, if you want to build like a stage magician.
Yeah.
Let's
And
see.
so my next, actually, but then they made all those card trick spells in the latest UA, and I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
card spray. It's cute.
Within range. Fucking God, why did you do
All right. So what
Damn.
you doing?
Is the sickening stuff still out there?
Yes,
Yeah.
but it has not gotten to these creatures' turns.
I was just wondering.
Yeah. It's Percy after Alex, and then these creatures will get hit by it.
Is Percy gonna get hit by it?
No.
Okay.
I mean, like hypothetically, could I telekinetic? Could I like hypothetically telekinetically like move the fog up?
I was
No.
wondering that
What?
too. I was thinking the same thing.
No,
but doesn't
no,
say it in
you
there.
cannot. It's a gas.
But like it's water vapor.
It's not an object. It's not an object.
Okay,
think
so
the-
like if somebody had like water movement spells, could they not move it based off of that?
It's not technically a
It's a-
liquid.
Vapor.
It's not a liquid. It has to be an object or a liquid. It's not.
But what is vapor if not a liquid in a gaseous form?
What is grief if not love everlasting, Spencer?
My God. No,
can we open up a textbook here?
Fog. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Give Gust. Gust might work on it if it's fog. I don't know.
do not
Probably
have
not. It's
Gust.
magic fog.
Gus definitely would. I'm actually
Yeah.
Googling to see if anyone else says.
Yeah, if you have gust of
Fireball.
wind, it would move the fog, but
Percy's
no,
gonna
fireball
speak
wouldn't.
up. If
Yo.
I can't see him when I'm about to go, I'll dispel it.
Fireball doesn't need a visual aim.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
You can literally open a door, throw it in, and close
Carlyle,
the
you
door
got
right
any more
behind you.
counter spells? Well, you're pissing right now. Guess I'll die.
Oops.
Well, you're away from it. You
Am I
wouldn't get
30
hit.
feet? Isn't it like a 30-foot radius?
40 feet.
Yeah, I'm not 40 feet away from it.
Jesus. Yeah, there's no good place in this room to throw it where you would not blow it out the door. You would hit everything.
No, it's 20-foot radius. It's not.
Oh,
40.
okay. Okay, you'd hit like maybe half the room.
Yeah,
So you could throw it in the back.
Tell you what, I'ma just ready a spell, and then we can move the fuck on.
All right, cool, awesome.
I'm
What
gonna
spell are
ready
you
magic
readying?
missile and just like ready it
All right,
just in case something comes out.
all right,
Next.
Percy, it's your turn.
Cool. Can I see anyone?
No, you cannot.
Dispel cloud.
Right, you watch as the fog fades. You see there is one of these ghosts standing at the back of the room. Arthur is
Cool.
close to the door. There's another one standing in the middle of the room. It looks like it's barely been touched, but the one in the back looks like it's hanging on for dear life. Since did Rerek ready a spell?
Rerek ready to firebolt, so if he could see something, so he's gonna blast the untouched one. That's a nat 20, bitch.
Ooh.
Roll those 2d10s.
That's gonna be 13 fire damage.
13. If it's a nat 20, does it? It would be 20 plus 2d10.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Because it was a
I
crit. It
forgot.
would be 20 plus 2d10.
I was
which-
rolling it like my attack cantrips that just go by beam, not yeah, okay. So sorry. So 20 plus 2d10 is gonna be 31.
All right. He blasts the untouched one and it just vanishes. And then Alex, your magic missile goes off against the other one. Can you beat a 9?
Let's see, shall we?
It would be so sad if you rolled it all up and you didn't get a 9.
All right, I do not need 6 dice. I got a 12.
All right, so you blast this thing out of existence, and that is all of these ghosts completely gone. The room is clear of fog, but there is a
Thanks.
sickening radiance that fills the room.
Do I really have to drop it?
Oh, I'm not done with my turn yet. So
Right.
can I still have Spirit Guardians up, which is a 15-foot radius. Is there only one of them left, or is there still 2?
They're all
None.
gone.
Oh, they're all gone?
The
Yeah.
people who are holding
We're
their
out of
spells.
combat. Cool.
Yep.
Never mind.
Yep.
Awesome. Carlyle? Where did Carlyle go?
You listen out. If you want to make a perception check, you can.
Sure. I'm not gonna hear him pissing. That's a 24 for perception.
Yeah, you hear someone taking a leak upstairs.
Did he just leave the fight to go pee?
Kinky.
Carlyle, you do hear the sounds of fighting stop downstairs.
While I'm up here, I just want to check. Does there anything look like I should investigate?
The rooms are incredibly Spartan. They're
Okay.
practically empty.
Then all of you will hear someone coming down the stairs. But instead of that old, rough, scarred man, you see a woman, about 5'5", hair in an updo, blonde with blue eyes, still wearing the metal armor, but it doesn't look like it fits quite as well. She's much smaller than he is, and she says, "Thank God that business is done with. Carlyle, what have you gotten me into?"
Come through. Come through. And Alex just pauses and he's just like, I'll come through. Plot twist.
Alex, I'll get to you in a second. What is everything taken care of here?
Yeah. Who are you? You Carlyle? It's during his armor.
My name's Coriander. Thank you.
Coriander.
I'll come through.
I was against all this nonsense, but now that we're here, let's just wrap it up. I have places to be.
Yeah. Okay. So why are you Coriander now?
What kind of question is that for a woman? Holy fuck. Manners? And she just walks past you and goes back towards the safe.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll drop Sickening Radiance before people just start casually walking through
all
it.
over it.
Arthur's still maybe glowing for a minute because he's the only one who took the radioactive damage.
Yeah. Everything else just died.
I'm going to use my medicine kit on myself. And I guess also Arthur.
How big is the safe? Is it like a small safe? Was it a big safe? What are we looking at?
It's a relatively small safe. So the portrait was probably maybe like a 15 by 24 portrait. So the safe is like an inch smaller on each side.
Try hitting, I sort of call out, be like, hey, Coriander, love that spice, by the way. Try hitting Bear, Wolf, and Raven, because she was shouting that nonsense when she attacked.
And she'll go ahead, she'll press them, but she won't actually touch it. She's backed away and she'll just use her powers to do it.
The mage hand, you watch as she flicks her finger and the buttons ka-chunk, 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 and the door opens a tiny bit.
They'll open it the rest of the way from where she's standing.
Yep. Inside there is what appears to be a single envelope.
Joy.
Pull that out.
Yep. Do you open it?
Yeah, she'll open it. She's nosy as fuck.
Of course. So the letter reads.
Percy is right behind. He's kind of making awkward attempts at grabbing it out of your hands.
You're medicine kitting yourself, you said. You're occupied.
Okay, yeah, I guess I am.
Alex just casually just strolls over, not trying to grab it, just strolls over, looks over her head because he's taller. And there's looks over her shoulder, it's hurt. What is this?
She says, "Dude, that's rude. Step away. Personal space." And she's reading.
No, I just say
so it says,
please. I gave you the code, and this is my family's place. Step off. You
Our
can shade
family.
Me, I can shade you back, girly.
Our family. What does it say?
It says, to my family. I'm surprised you've gotten this far. Did you guess the combination or did you bother to remember something about my beloved wife for once in your goddamn lives. I hope you feel proud of yourselves. However, I regret to inform you that the diary is not here. I've hid it in the one place that you'd never think to look, directly under your noses. You'll never find it, and your stupid plans are doomed to fail. I'll live the rest of my days relishing in the fact that you got so close and stumbled at the finish line. All these years of work for nothing. Goodbye and good riddance. Balthazar K.
She reads it. Does no one have manners anymore? And she just hands it off to you.
I'm
just-
gonna be like, damn, so shade is really real in this family. I deserve to be in this family.
Okay,
Fuck yeah.
we
My
knew that-
granddaddy was a fucking shady ass bitch.
Balthazar was the outcast of the family. We already knew that.
But he was a shady ass bitch.
I mean, by the tone of the letter, it sounds like he at least tried to stop them from what was it your family was trying to do again? Oh yeah, doom this entire plane of existence.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. LOL.
Yeah.
I mean,
And apparently there's a diary that they wanted that Balthazar had.
I mean,
Underneath our noses the whole time. I call us back to the house.
So it's probably back at the house.
It's probably in that basement that we've been avoiding because there's an Eldritch Terror in there. So
Another one? I'm not going all the way to a house. Jesus. Or I
Right.
guess whatever the Jesus equivalent would be.
One of the saints. At this point, it would
Saints.
probably be Saint Adeline.
Adeline.
are we gonna
Right.
the house?
Okay.
Is there a basement in this house?
There
Probably
does
not.
not seem to be a basement in this house.
Hey, what was her name again? Clarice? No, not Clarice.
Coriander?
Coriander. Yes,
Coriander.
dear.
When you were upstairs doing, pissing, or at least when your boy self was, when you're in boy drag, what was the tea up there?
That is such a rude way to address someone. Who raised you?
Somebody in your family. We're related, apparently. At least that's what you said. So, did you see anything up there, babes?
No, I didn't see anything.
Okay, Letty. So yeah, probably back.
If you want, you guys can make a perception check.
Yeah, might as well.
13.
30.
Jeez.
19.
Coriander's not looking.
Fair enough. As you're kind of looking around, thinking about what the letter said, there is a single plank of wood underneath the painting, directly underneath the painting, that is a different color than the rest of the floor.
Bingo bango.
Balthazar. Did you not even mean at the house? I'm gonna kind of bend down. Am I able to, with my hands, pull it up? Or is it like actually nailed down and everything? And
Surprisingly, yeah, you pull it up. And inside, there is a wooden box. It's sitting tipped vertically, but there is a box.
Coriander
Okay.
jumps up and she says, "Ooh, jewelry. Oh, I've been needing a new piece. What is there?"
I'll kind of like clutch it like a bit close to myself so you can't see as I open it.
Inside, you see the inside is completely covered in a thin sheet of lead.
That's
Which
definitely
is like to protect against divination magic, isn't it?
Yes, which is why Rerek wasn't able to find it. But there is a leather-bound journal.
He literally meant under their noses if they found this note.
yeah.
All right, I'll take it out. I'll just give it a quick leaf through, not even just a few seconds of skimming. Do I catch anything that jumps out immediately? I'll read it in depth at a later time, probably.
Make me an investigation check followed by a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, well, the investigation check is gonna be a.
Can I give him the help action on the investigation check?
I already
If you
rolled
make me a
pretty
wisdom saving
high.
throw as well, then yes.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
my investigation is a. So that's a 24 for investigation.
I got a
Hmm.
nat 20 on my
then-
wisdom saving throw to help him. So I'm
All
gonna
right.
help him by peeking over his shoulder and just whispering
Cool.
gross little Sylvan things in his ear.
Right, so I'll roll advantage on the investigation check.
All right.
I rolled even higher, 25.
All right. So as you quickly leaf
yeah.
through, did you get the wisdom saving throw as
The
well?
wisdom saving throw is gonna be a. Oh, I rolled very high as well. 27.
Okay, yeah, you're fine.
While they're doing
As
that,
you-
Coriander's gonna just burn her last sorcery points to read his mind while he's reading the book.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. And since you're doing it from afar, you don't need to make the saving throw. But yeah, as you're leafing through this book, you're seeing a lot of there's a lot of writing, but there's also a lot of drawing. It's definitely rudimentary drawing. You begin to see later in the book a very familiar symbol, the wiggly spiral covered in thorns that was carved into your side at some point when you went to the Feywild. That symbol begins to repeat over and over and over until finally you see a single page with that symbol, and written at the bottom, underlined 1,000,000 times, written in with every stroke of the letter gone over the same amount of times, is just the words "Edge of Madness."
Of madness.
Wait, is that the thing that's on your side now?
Mm-hmm. The symbol of Tharizdun.
Out of nowhere, Coriander's like, oh, I'm gonna be sick. And you watch as she turns and goes in the corner, and you watch as like her guts basically come pouring out from inside of her. And as she does, as all this like gets vomited out, her body shifts and changes. And you see now she's this dark-skinned woman, short, probably about 4.5 feet tall, like a clean-cut bob, and very kind of plain looking, still human, very plain looking. And as she just like stands up, she, oh fuck, that was gross. Sorry everyone. Ugh.
What the? You're.
I'm just gonna look at Lark and I'm gonna say, do you wanna? I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth like around us.
Oh honey, that's not necessary. Ooh. And
so
Alex, I gotta tell you, you're fun. I like
I
this
know,
group.
right?
So
Who
much
the fuck
fun.
are you?
Okay, I'm
I'm
done. I'm over this. I do not understand what is happening or who you are or who you're claiming to be, because clearly you are not related to us. You're
Well,
not
never know.
Uncle Carlyle, and you lied.
Carlyle's not
You didn't
related to
talk
you.
to Bella. You haven't spoken to my sister.
Okay, well, first of all, let me clear up a few things. It's not technically a lie. I did meet Bella and we spoke, just I read her mind and she didn't know I was doing it. So it's sort of like a conversation. And at least one of us is related to you. You just don't want to meet him. He's
What
kind
does
of
that mean?
there was an accident.
Admittedly,
Okay?
you can make saving throws to not be affected by Zone of Truth,
Yes, you can.
which I'm gonna do because Lark doesn't tell the truth to anyone.
You need to beat my spell save. I think it's a wisdom save also.
It's a
and you need-
charisma save.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Force of will is charisma, not wisdom.
well.
Alex is always. Alex not even bother gonna roll anything because he always just tells what he's on his mind. There's no need to.
You get the feeling she's the exact same way.
Oh yeah.
It's a
Well,
charisma
I'll-
saving throw. You have to beat a 17.
Well, Well, if I'm the only one making the saving throw, just so you know, I got a 17 without my modifiers.
Oh well.
Nice.
So you can lie.
24, 25.
So what does that mean? You're one of us is related to you.
Calm down. You don't have to be so stressed. Jeez.
Yeah, Percy,
Why
calm
not?
down.
Do you know how many people are trying to kill us literally at all times?
Just listen for a second, then we can go have some drinks, dance, find some cute boys, take them home, have a good time. Jeez.
I love you. Are you the one that's related to us, or there's another
Alex,
one?
you need to shush. This is serious.
Honey,
Lark's
I
gonna
don't think
be like,
we're quite related. I mean, I'm a little bit darker than you, but Leobin, you've had this conversation. He's your uncle and was part of our accident. He's somewhere in here,
So
unfortunately.
you're a bunch of people?
That's
All in
obvious.
one?
Yeah. And Leobin started freaking out, and he's such a fucking whiner. Oh my God. I think, Percy, you're a little bit related to him. I don't know about Alex. Alex seems cool. But he just kept hounding us and hounding us and hounding us and said, if we didn't come out and help you, then he would just keep bothering us and yada, yada, yada. And he said you might be able to fix us. So here we are. We help you, you help us. I get to go back to being a badass.
Girly, you are badass. I like you.
Alex?
You too.
We're gonna get you fixed. Because I want to. Yes.
I agree.
Okay.
You're the fun.
Lark's just
So-
like doing the Ursula around Ariel, the little mermaid swim. Like Lark's doing his classic circle, like a predator looking at something, because he's just fascinated at this point. Because this is more entertaining than half the mortals he's run into. He's like,
Right.
I knew many shapeshifters back home, but not quite like this.
Wait. So, girly, what's your name? You never said your name.
I'm Tavi.
Tavi. Okay, lit. I like you, Tavi. You're lit. Wait, so what is this accent that happened? Tell us more. I'm interested. What is this accent? Was it like a potion explosion?
Do we have to get into all these details? They're so boring.
I know, but like, I just really want to know because, like, what if you just change randomly into another one?
And if there's more Kruetzwald family experiments, I think I want to know what they are.
Well, no, I don't care if it's shit about that. I just care about the
Experiments.
fact that I want to know more so I can figure out how to change you back because you're the fun one.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
Really, tell us more.
Listen, a bunch of us just got hired to do a thing in a place, and it was just this like old place that was really boring, to be honest. And I thought there was not going to be anything there, but there happened to be something there. And there was a lot of pain and screaming and yada yada yada. And when we woke up, we were like this.
That said
Okay.
nothing but everything at once.
Oh,
I
she's
mean-
good.
Did you
So
choose
good.
to fail the saving throw to tell the truth?
Yes.
Cool. So
Good. She's good at not telling its full truth, but the truth. I like that.
you are. So something's happened to you. You've gotten somehow tangled up in my family's nonsense.
And badass became even more badass than I was already badass.
Very that.
And-
Very that, sis. Very that. Also, wait, how do you change and what triggers the change? I'm curious.
I really don't want to talk about that part.
Okay, but like, do we need to bring a bucket? Because girly, we can.
It's gross, okay? I don't like talking about it.
Okay,
Jeez.
fine. We'll talk about that later over drinks. Some martinis.
Ooh,
Yes. Yes.
Okay. You seem. I mean, you're clearly telling the truth. You say you do want to help us, and you say we can help you.
We've all told you we would help you.
And I guess I have no reason not to believe that now.
Well, I guess technically Corey didn't say she would help you, but she'll help you.
Sure. She
Great.
said she just said we were rude, then you came along.
Well,
stick up her ass. This is
You think my uncle told you specifically that we could be the ones to change you back?
I don't think it was that clear. Again, he's just kind of a whiner, but it was more implied. Like, we help you, you help us. It's all I don't know. I really don't listen. I
All
try
right.
to skim over
Same.
the boring parts. The important part is I'm here. I'm badass. I'm going to help you, and we'll all get what we want.
Hell fucking yeah. So what do we have to do?
I don't know. What do you have to do? I'm just here to help.
Honestly, I don't know where to go from here. I
I
think
mean, I have an idea that could work.
Oh, actually, could I try something?
does it involve handing them over to the Feywild, as most of your suggestions do.
I mean, we're experts at changing the shapes and natures of things.
If he
I'm sure
offers you a seed,
someone-
do not take it.
Percy,
Okay.
you wound me.
So
Wait, could I try something real quick? Could I just quickly just be like, okay, girly, can I hold your hand real quick? I just really want to like feel your energy here. So we hold hands. And I want to try casting Remove Curse to see if I can remove any curses that are on her. So I want to see if this is a
You
curse.
you touch her hands and you
Yeah.
cast Remove Curse. You feel something budge a little.
Okay, Letty.
It doesn't seem to fully remove it.
Okay.
Carlyle, Tavi, all of you. You feel suddenly, all of you, like a bus has just stopped after going 60 miles an hour and just went straight to zero, and you all fly to the front. And it feels weird. You feel nauseous again. All of you see multiple faces appear, stretching, trying to get out, different faces, different expressions,
I fucked this up.
different ghostly hands and bodies, as if everything is trying to separate before it's just back to Tavi. Nothing has budged, nothing has changed.
Except she looks at you and just projectile vomits all over you.
I deserve that.
No,
Oh, I'm
God.
sorry. Oh,
No,
no,
I'm
no,
sorry.
I don't like that. No. I don't
Sorry,
like that.
I'm sorry. I should have said remove curse on you before I should have told you I was trying to remove the curse. I was just trying to help you. But I deserve this.
I could have told you we've tried that already. Jesus.
I was just trying to be, I was
Era-
really excited.
Era, whatever her name was.
did you get hurt at all in the battle, Tavi?
I'm good.
Okay, well,
You
Okay.
do see that in her shoulder, there are these like little tiny
Yeah,
tendrils
I'll-
that are
I'll-
still moving and wiggling out like little worms.
I kind of look a bit confusedly, but then I take out my medicine kit and I'm gonna restore 10 HP to you as I
That's exactly what I
start
needed.
suturing you back together. And
She's like, "What are you doing? Wait. Ooh,
Just
ooh,
let me
that feels
do it.
good."
I don't know who you are, but you seem, despite some initial deceptions that may or may not have been intentional, you seem forthright, and I think we can help each other.
I'm only in charge of myself. I mean, not everyone in here likes you. Some of you are a little
Same.
rude. Some of you trigger bloodthirsty feelings of murder and death.
I mean, we all have.
Well, that makes me
That's
feel
fair.
a little bit less trustful.
Oh, I'm
I'll
just
admit.
kidding.
I mean, look at Percy's face. It's
Well, actually,
so
she can say I was
edible.
just kidding because that would have been a lie, and she can't lie. So never mind.
What you can say instead is like, but like, I don't feel that way.
I have no hard feelings towards you.
Okay, well, can you tell us who does have hard
I
feelings towards me?
honestly can't.
I tried to start something. Could I have actually done remove curse and like sneakily have done that without telling the truth that I was about to do remove curse on her? Because I realized that was sort of deceptive of me. I don't know if I can do that in like a truth circle. Can I do that in a truth circle?
Well, you didn't technically
lie.
lie. You just didn't. You just
tell
said,
her.
"Here,
Say
let
what
me
you were
hold your
doing.
hand so I can feel your energy," and then didn't tell her that you were going to cast Remove Curse.
They really
That's
need
not
to
the
make
same thing
Zone of
as-
Truth better in the next edition.
They do.
Let's say
Yeah.
like.
um, It's the first time I casted those. That's fun. So let's. I mean, maybe aside from the ones of you in there who want to murder me, maybe we can bury the hatchet a little. And well, you're probably one of the first people who we've met that's genuinely tried to help us. So,
Well,
let's-
Carlyle tried helping you.
Yeah. I'll just say, Daddy Carlyle, Daddy Carlyle, my dad.
I don't mean
Daddy
of the
helped
many
us.
people
Don't call him
in
that.
you.
I suppose you should just be careful if you run into the cuddly rat, though. The last person who helped us, he's a fine powder at this point.
Yeah. Well, we have some thinking and some mystery solving to do, I think, if we're going to learn anything more, if there's anything left for us in this city.
Real quick as well, how many of you are there off the top of your head? And which ones want to kill us, just in case they appear?
Well, there's more than 7.
Okay, but less than? More than 7, less than, say...
But we don't quite really
15?
remember all of the specific details of what happened or who was there or that kind of thing. And okay, I'm only going to do this once just because in the name of honesty, you really, really should know everything about me. And you watch as her form, this time she doesn't vomit or anything, but it starts to change. And there's a second Alex now standing in the room.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And she says, "We're complicated." And then she switches back.
Now, can you do that again? Can you do that again? Twirl for me. Do
Oh
that
my
again
God.
and twirl for me. I need to know how I look from all angles.
After a few
please.
drinks, we'll have a good
Okay,
time.
gotcha. We're usually not in the future because I want to know what I need to know how I look.
That's fair. That's fair. I would do the same thing.
And at this point, it seems you all have learned some interesting things about your new party member, at least a party member for a brief period of time. And that is where we are going to end the episode. So join us next week when we reconcile and figure out what's going on and try and put some more puzzle pieces together, perhaps over drinks, perhaps not. I will see you all next week.